There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, around the world, across the country. My name is Al Mecca. Welcome to the special edition of Conversations. We doing an up and coming artist right now, man. He's definitely making heat. We got the one and only City the Great. What's going on, my brother?
Peace, King.
How you,
Thank you for having me.
man? Thank you for joining me. How you been feeling today?
Today's been wonderful, man. I just been vibing out, just building and exciting about everything that's coming to fruition right now. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. For those who don't know, man, City the Great is on track to do some amazing things. Some of his most notable artists that he's worked with, Mickey Fax, Special Ed, and Cool Roski, who we just had on. See, that was just right.
Yeah, facts.
No doubt. So tell me this, City, where did this love for hip hop start with you, man?
Um, Honestly, it's like I told people, I was born into this. You know what I mean? Ever since I can remember. Like all my older cousins, even my parents, everybody was into hip hop already. The culture was everywhere. You know what I mean? The culture was everywhere. Um, and for me though, as far as becoming an artist, that happened around the age of 9. I was watching a video music box with my older cousin, and Straight Outta Compton was playing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I got inspired, like, yo, I could do that. That's when I started to go on my mission in writing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. You reigning from Brooklyn, right?
Yes, sir. East
There it
Philly.
is. What was the environment like that was influencing you as well?
Um, as far as the as far as, like I said, as far as the culture, it was everywhere. The graffiti, the the breakdancing was heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that still goes on to this day. Like you get on a train and they got Showtime and everybody's still dancing and everything. But the scene was definitely uh it was just hip hop. It's like it's kind of hard to describe. It's just everything you can imagine going on all around you on a
Yeah,
daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
no
Um,
doubt, no doubt. Because I know sometimes, like I'm based in Ohio, but I used to live in Connecticut, and I
yeah,
try to describe to people. I was like, it was just the whole element. Like it was just
yeah, yeah. It's an element. It's something you gotta live. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
like the culture is something you gotta live. It's not something you do, but it's something you live.
no doubt. So when did you really start writing seriously?
From that point, like my first time picking up the pen, it was like a daily thing. After that, like I was writing, freestyling. My older cousins was already rapping and stuff like that, so I was kind of learning from them.
Hmm.
Um, then around the time when I got to the age of like about I want to say like 15 or so, um, I was introduced to my uncle's friend Andre, uh, son. You know what I'm saying? And we started doing music together, um, which led to he had some connections, and that led to us getting on the table for Sony Records at the time.
Okay.
And yeah, it was like, so basically from the start of when I picked up that pen, it never stopped. You know what I mean? I did have a small time when I wasn't doing it, and that was when I was away.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was doing it here and there, but I kind of, what I mean? I draw from inspirations of life.
Right. And I can really tell because I pretty much went through your whole catalog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening song to song, and it's like you really stay in your lane. You don't try to pretend to be something you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching how you move, like even on social media, man. Your social media presence is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving when you're sending me your stuff. I'm checking it out. I'm like, this dude is really on the grind, man. Where did that work ethic, come from?
um Honestly, I don't know. It's just like that's how I am in general in normal life. Um, I think because I'm so passionate about it, um, that's kind of where the drive comes from. Because when you're doing something, when you love something, it's like you have this drive for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what helped me as far as the how to utilize the energy and work ethic was being mentored, you know what I mean, by Ed. Like that taught me how to like the right things to do, the do's and don'ts, you know what I mean?
No doubt, man. And I think a lot of people don't understand the hard work that it takes, and that's just a bubble. You
Yeah.
man. So how did you end up, even running into special ed? Like how did that hookup go?
Yeah. So what happened with Ed was his younger cousin, we're like best friends.
Okay.
And what happened was that Danny had been in and out of jail. So this last he always, talked about Ed, but I didn't believe him. You know what I mean? So this last time he came home and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna link you with Ed." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." So we go to the studio and I lay down a joint. It's called "Do We Have a Problem" or whatever. Shout out to Pluto and Let's Flow. Um, so he's like, "Yo, let me take that joint with me. I'm gonna let Ed hear it. I'm gonna be with Ed tonight." Whoop wop whoop. So I'm like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Like, go this Ed stuff is funny. I was like, take the song, bro. It's yours, whatever. You can listen to it.
Right.
Now he gets to the next day he calls me. He's like, yo, I was with Ed, Daz Effects, and I played the song and they like, you know what I'm saying, they liked it, and Ed said call him. So I'm like, all right, cool. He gives me the number. You know what I mean? So I call the number and it's Ed. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we had a good discussion. I told him what I was looking to do, and he offered. He told me what he could do, and from there it was magic, man. I've been working with Ed. I've been under Ed's wing for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of proper like education that was going on as far as like understanding in the business side, because like I tell people, I used to be like the normal artist of thinking like an artist, like, oh, I got fire, it's on, I'm blowing up, this is it, you know what I mean? All you gotta do is play it, you know what I mean? And when I met him, it was kind of like he made me understand that that's not how this is not how this goes, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he walked me through everything to the point where I became sufficient enough to do it myself. I mean, I've met other people that I've gained information from along the way
Mhm.
that that have been to the mountaintop, but he's been the one that has watched over and pushed me through. You know what I'm saying? Aside from Cool Rock Ski, who you know what I mean, has been working with me the past few years.
That's what's up. So he pretty much set you up to be self-sufficient, which is
Hmm.
actually pretty rare nowadays.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And it
what?
was an OG move because he did it without saying, yo, you got to pay me. You got to sign this contract. You got to do this. You got to, nah. He, he, he did it, you know what I mean, out of the kindness of his heart and out of the love. I feel like for the love of the culture, all things real, like in seeing somebody and wanting to help them succeed. You know what I mean? So now I'm paying it forward. Like that's my mission as well. Like I'm passing that information forward to artists as well. You know what I mean?
Each one teach one. That's a blessing.
Each one teaches. Facts.
It's a blessing. Now, it's been a lot of talk about the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Hmm.
What has been your take on everything you've seen or heard surrounding the 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Um, I want to say I think that is good, right? This is what I think is good about it. Um, I mean, I feel like put it like this: two things. One is I appreciate that we're celebrating the legends, the pioneers, the people who, you know, basically they created it and it was taken away, and billions and millions and zillions of dollars is made, right?
Right.
And they weren't compensated or anything, right? It's beautiful to see them get their recognition and strike and everything and homage now. At the same time, I would like to see more of, this is 50 years. We got to celebrate 50 years. Of, like now is, if this is 50 years, then that makes this a 50th year. So we should be celebrating. Everyone should be celebrating together. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, or just being recognized. But the great thing in it, I feel like seeing the OGs work and how they work and how everyone is, gravitating to the music and not just the vibe. And I think that because they're locking in these stadiums and this is big buzz, that maybe, and this is just wishful thinking, but hoping that maybe we'll get a maybe we'll get some balance, right?
Right.
Because I feel like all the money is poured into this one thing because that's all that's been shown and that's what's been appearing behind the smoke with the smoke and mirrors, that this is what makes the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I feel like it's a good thing. I don't feel anything bad about it. I just would. There's some things, yeah, I would like to see, but that's in the perfect world. You know what I mean?
Right. No doubt. No doubt, man. And like I was saying, I was listening to you, and when I listen, sometimes I be like, he almost sound like, nah. He almost sound like, nah. You got your own thing, man. First of all, I applaud you for that. You sound like nobody. Like just when you think like, no, you have your own style, your dictation, you know what I'm saying, your delivery. I appreciate that as a hip hop fan so much, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that something you intentionally sought out to do, or just like or you just are like, all right, this is what's trending. I'm staying away from all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where did that come from?
That just came from me being serious about my craft. I mean, we all, whoever we're inspired by, we take pieces, right? I'm a student, so I've taken pieces from the greats, right? But what I did with that was I practiced at my craft so much to the point where I evolved into my own. I found my
Yeah,
sound. I
yeah,
found what I'm comfortable. I found how to, because I always express me. You know what I'm saying? In my music, I always take the time that I'm expressing me. I can't tell somebody else's story. I can only tell mine. I can only use my creative. You know what I'm saying? So, it
yeah,
was just a thing of me staying at it. I'm still evolving. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I love what you just said. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, future artists, up and coming, inspiring artists, he practiced his craft. I tell cats all the time, you gotta practice your craft. It seems like a lot of these cats just wake up, roll out of bed, and rap.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm recording. They don't practice. I was telling a young brother not too long ago, like, man, if you don't get in the mirror, get your mama's hairbrush, put on your joint, and work on your craft. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
don't think a lot of this newer generation really work on their craft. They just what I call rapping ass niggas.
yeah. Yeah. That's basically, you know what? Like I carve out time, like points of the day to like, even if I write something, I'm spitting it, I'm rehearsing, right? Whether
Right.
or I have a records that I have and I'm playing them and I'm, you know, rhyming them and just thinking of different theatrics. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things are part of practice. It doesn't mean you have to stand. You know what I mean? You don't have to do just one thing, but it's multiple elements to, you know what I'm saying, to this craft, to picking up your pen. you know what I mean, sound, everything. There's just so much stuff. So at points, I do lock myself in here into the studio and I just go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, musically, what do you feel has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Um, I feel like right now has been that's a tough one. Because this year's been so incredible. Like I feel like summer stage was very big for me, right?
Hmm.
Because and shout out to my homie, it's only right. We've been on this journey for like ever together, and especially in performing. I mean, we've gone from open mics, showcases to this and that. So hitting summer stage on Hip Hop 50th as independent artists and opening up for and setting the tone for Rod Digger and this one and that one. You know what I mean? All the legends, Master Ace, Ed. You know what I mean? All of them. Um, that was a special moment. Sharing the stage, I brought out Cool Rock Ski and Mikey D. You know what I mean? We
Okay.
performed the joint we have together. So sharing the stage with them, being up there with Uncle Ralph, who was the show that I was glued to all the time and I learned from, you know what I'm saying? Um, Getting that stamp from him up there, I'd say that was the biggest thing for me, you know what I'm saying? That was the biggest
Mhm.
thing by far right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect for you.
Yeah, yeah, it was perfect, man. It was perfect.
Now, just in your life, what would you say, just as a man, what has been the biggest accomplishment for you thus far?
My wife and my kids have been my biggest accomplishment, you know what I'm
How
saying?
long have you
Because
been married?
now we've been married for 14 years. Yep, 14. Oh no. Yeah, 14, 15 years.
Get it right. Get it right.
14 years. 14 years. You're going to get me in trouble, man. You get me in trouble. But nah, we've been married for 14 years. We've been married for 14 years. Sometimes I forget what year we in. But
So, how have you managed to juggle your personal life and your music business?
um well, multiple ways is one is, my wife is my partner in this, you know what I'm saying? Uh
I love
Number
this.
two is, yeah, like, you know what I mean? She pushes me. And the number two, one of the other things is, you know, having the proper team, having a manager like Samantha, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't miss a beat. So it's like, you know, in the past I've had plenty of management and, they didn't match my energy as far as working hard. So it's like I had to do a lot of things myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with her, it's like she keeps me on point. Oh, you got this. Or you know what I'm saying? So like those elements help me to manage, you know what I mean? Because it takes less, it takes more off my back.
Right.
And, plus like I said, my wife is a part of this, so she understands what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She
Man, that's a beautiful thing. And you say how many children do you have?
we got four.
You got four. Yeah, you need a manager, man, especially because you got to take care of the kids. You got to give them that time, man.
We got we got one left upstairs. Be
Mm,
young boy, and actually he is supposed to be. I gotta make this up to him, but he wanted to sit in on a few interviews. Right now he's watching TV, but you know what I'm
okay.
saying, he wants to sit in on a few interviews and things like that with me in the future. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. We'll have to bring you back on and do the family version, man. Now let me ask you this, because it's so much controversy, going on with males, females, marriages, and all that. What advice would you give to somebody that's married and trying to do music? What advice would you give them?
It's not easy, and you're gonna have to learn a balance, but you're gonna have to talk to your partner about that, and y'all have to figure that out together. You know what I mean? Because not everybody is not like put it like this. Not everybody's as blessed as I am. Like, should I say like my wife understands what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She keeps me from getting this. There, I do. Say the great has lazy days where I'm like, I don't feel like doing this right now, and she'll get up and go down and get that done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are but it's important that y'all have that conversation to kind of figure out, you know, how this can work because this takes a lot. Like this isn't like something like it takes a whole lot of work. You know what I mean? And that's not especially in today's time. Like today's time is different than back in the day. Like today's time is being at this social media is a gift and a curse
Yeah.
because you have to be active. You know what I mean? You have to be active in order for you to touch the algorithm, in order for you to people to see you. They want to always, you know, reach out and everything else. And the more you reach back to your supporters, you know what I'm saying? They're they're gonna reach you and they're gonna support. You know what I'm saying? So the bigger that grows, you know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
time. It's a lot of time that goes into this. You know what I mean?
Yes, 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 it is, and I don't think people really understand that. Now, from a musical aspect, who were some of the artists that you kind of looked up to the most?
Um, you mean as far as like respect for their craft or
However you want to put it. Like, 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 like. I know you probably got like some artists like you'll just go to whenever you in a certain mood. Boom.
oh, you talking about that I listen to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, I listen to like when I'm working out. I'm gonna keep it 100. When I'm working out, I'm listening to like a 5 Farming or something. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? Um, when I'm just chilling, I honestly listen to a lot of my playlist and everything else consists of a lot of independent artists. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah, like a lot of independent artists because it's fire music. You know what I mean? It's quality music. And then I'll still listen to like the Jadas and you know what I mean. But that's by default. The Jadas and Royce 5 9s and this and that. Like those are by default. But as
Right.
far as right now, I'm listening to like JID. You know what I mean? J Cole and stuff like that. But mainly I listen to independent artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the beauty of the internet. I always tell people, I feel like, they complain about, the state of hip hop. I just feel like it went back to its roots, like back in the day where you just had to go find it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
you
know,
got
just just
to find it.
just dig it out and whatnot. And it's so many independent artists. Now, ultimately, what's your goal for yourself? What's your ultimate goal with your music?
Um, put it like this: I want my for my music and my goal is bigger than like City the Great kind of. You know what I mean? My thing is I want to show artists that you don't have to compromise to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just stay true to you, like stay moral based and whatever your moral is. You know what I mean? But stay you and just work hard and be consistent. You don't have to get into like, oh, this is the envelope they pushing, so that's what I need to do or I need to be. You know what I'm saying? You just
Right.
be yourself. And I think at that point, people will tap in with their identity and understand who they are themselves. Because doing this music helps me sometimes to like, you can get lost, but I feel like music keeps me like, it's me. You know what I mean? This is me. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you. Have you have you ever had a moment to where you just really said, felt like, to hell with all this. I'm done. I'm about to go just end it all.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I've had that moment a few times. You know what I mean? I had this was years back. My DJ, shout out to DJ Bad the Problem. I told my DJ like, yo, you know what, man? I'm tired of this. I think I'm about to hang it up, man. I'm done. And Bad was like, nah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? In Bad's fashion, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And yeah, DJ Bad had you know, something like, yo, push me to keep going. Um, Initially, like when I did, I did my bid and came home, I wasn't rapping. I wasn't even honestly thinking about music. I was happy to be home after the
Mhm.
time I did, and I was just like, and what happened was my uncle was talking to my wife about the music, and then she had me spit, and then it was like, it was just back to the races again. Like it was on go. Like I was just rapping again. You know what I mean?
Right,
But it
right.
wasn't really. I felt because, like I said, I draw from life. You know what I mean? Experience in life and mood and things like that when I'm writing and crafting. So it's like if I don't have anything, when you're locked away, there's nothing going on. There's not so much going on. So there's not too much to pull from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many bars can you write about, the CEO, this and dumbness, or this going? Like, it's not, you're not inspired in there, you know what I'm saying, to really keep to it like that. So yeah, that was the point where I was like, and then she brought me back to it, and then the second time my DJ brought me back to it. And I never stopped since, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. What would you say was your biggest life lesson you learned from being incarcerated?
Um that we're all like put like this. We all know, we all talk about, oh, we're part of a system and an agenda and everything else, right? Um I knew this, but I really understood it when I was in there, um, and seeing how they make it where while you're in there, like they provide you with all the tools to make you just lose time, right?
Mm.
And when I say lose time, you don't grow mentally or nothing. You just passing time. You playing cards. You messing around in the mess hall. You just doing nothing, nothing. You're not gaining nothing. You're not planning nothing. You're not doing anything. And then you go home with no plan, and those are the same guys that end up coming back. So for me, I was seeing my son on visits, watching him get tall, get taller from there, and just like seeing all these things just made me like, yo, I don't want to come back here and I understand what's going on, what they're doing. So I kind of just went on this mission while I was in there. I wasn't even watching TV. I watched the news, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't watching. I left sports alone, all that. And I,
Mm.
I spent time in the law library and reading books, not novels. I was reading psychological books, business books, like, you know what I'm saying? For all of those years and working out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was the life lesson I learned in there. It was like, yo, like they really got us fooled, and I just didn't want to be part of that whole, that chain anymore.
Okay. Understanding. I definitely understand that. Now, but do you get into sports pretty much?
Um, I off and on. I'm still watching boxing.
Mm.
Um, I had like I said, I had gotten so far out of it that occasionally I can turn on a game, but it's like a basketball game. You know what I mean? But it's still like I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of out of touch. Like,
Yeah.
and then what I'm seeing is not impressive. It's like dudes losing the ball. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, man? This isn't, you know what I mean? This
Yeah.
ain't it.
I can
Yeah.
I can dig it. What would you say is the biggest thing a fan should understand about City to Great?
Um, that I'm a human being. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human. I'm the same as you. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't idolize. Like I'm gonna. When I say idolize, don't treat me like I'm some type of god or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the same. I'm a family man, a working man, a this man. You know what I mean? I'm the same as you. You know what I mean? I don't put myself on like on this like I'm God level. Like yes, everyone, you should send me a DM and I don't respond or comment on my stuff or follow me, I don't follow you back. Like you peasants. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a human being. I'm just like you. I'm just telling my story through music. You know what I'm saying?
And you do that so well. Like I said, man, I went through your catalog. I'm like, this dude is like just on it. It's an authentic New York sound, but it doesn't sound dated. How you
Yeah.
manage to pull that off?
Evolving, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you stay crafting and kind of like I study sound, right? And I try to like learn from engineers to understand frequency and things of that nature. And then I experiment with different sounds, like just trying to enhance my sound, right?
Mm,
Um, and I'm not scared to experiment with different type of beats. You know what I mean? Because I like to challenge myself where it's like, all right, I got a Jersey club joint, but I'm not doing the, 2 words and 3 words, and then it's not your traditional. I'm riding the beat. You know what I mean? But I'm giving it a vibe at the same time.
no doubt, no doubt. Now, how can a producer send you a beat or something like how can they send you something to check out just to see if you want to rock with it?
Best way is to contact my management in my bio. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's the best way to get it to me. Um, and then Sam will send it over to me, and I'll check it out, and we'll let him know if we're feeling it, and if we're feeling it, and if I can create to it, then I'll, you know what I'm saying? I'll reach out and we'll handle the business. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't just take people beats and just record and just that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe in handling business no matter what tier of producer or produce, everyone gets treated the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if it's, you know, some upcoming producer or whatever, and I'm gonna treat them fairly like I would want to be treated and let them know like, yo, I'll be doing this publishing and this, that, and the third. Like I have a rule. I don't do beat. I don't record with producers who don't have a PRO. If you don't have a publishing rights organization, I will not use your beats.
Let it
You
be
know what I'm saying? Yeah,
known.
because we can't, is how do we do business like that? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to allocate everything or decide how the publishing is done. So if you don't have a publishing rights organization that you're a part of, then I'm not, you know, I'll let them know like, yo, you need to sign up for this. And then when you do and get that situated, then come back and talk to me.
Yeah. Look at you sounding like Prince. Who Prince tell that to? Nas. Yeah.
They told me you own your masters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is you got this? Come on
Yeah,
now. Business. Hey, because at the end of the day, it's BIG. Business is gangster.
yeah, yeah. Business is real, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of moving parts to this that people don't understand. I mean, I have
Yeah,
some people that just think it stops there. Like, all right, well, yeah, I put myself in BMI or yo, I copyrighted or like it's like you have to know what are you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you copywriting?
yeah,
You got some people that copyright the whole. I'm gonna try to copyright the whole record. Like, I'm gonna send them the record. Like, dude, you don't own the beat. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you just got to understand, like, the business is a very important part of it. It's 90% business, 10% everything else. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. So what can we look forward to from City to Great in the near future?
Um, well, aside from these projects that's dropping, like the Guillotine with my man Rain from Flint, Michigan. It's gonna be a crazy hip hop album. Um, look for that like next month. And then we
Michigan,
got yeah, yeah,
say Michigan.
yeah, yeah. He's, you know what I mean, he's the truth. And then we got then I got my album coming out, the syllabus, December 23rd. You know what I'm saying? And the syllabus is just gonna be a lyrical roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? A lyrical roller coaster for everyone to hopefully enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um aside from that, you know, my plans next year, you know, I plan to be involved in more community things, as well as, you know, I'm gonna be doing a lot of work for certified, like as far as like just like really helping out these artists out there, you know what I mean, and providing them with the information and services that they need to advance. It's not like we're not just taking your money and getting you service. Like we gotta educate you on what it is that service means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a way of empowering the people. But there's a lot of different things that to look forward to. Next year we will be resuming the annual hip hop and R&B classic cookout. Shout out to Cool Rock Ski. It's an event that's sponsored by Dana White of UFC. Um, and Cool Rock, you know, has blessed us to be a part of it for the past few years. This year we didn't do it because the park was under renovation, but we do it right in East New York, a free event. Tons of
Mhm.
legends come out. It's free food. You know what I'm saying? Vendors. You get performances. You know what I'm saying? And we do this for the neighborhood because East New York is kind of a forgotten neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah.
That's dope. You seem like you're very passionate about your community. Tell
Yeah.
us a little more about some of the things you do for your community. People need to know that.
You know, for me, like put like this. Um, when I speak of community, it's not just where you live, where you grew up, where you work, but it's community is us. You know what I mean? The people. So I'm working with you know, the young informed, trying to help them out. There's some young brothers that you really need to check out. You know what I mean? These young brothers are very knowledgeable. They're kids, informing kids on how to
Okay.
handle life and do hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Um, one of them in early college from middle school. You know what I'm saying? So these young brothers, like, you know, there's just a lot of them that I'm trying to work with and just inspire and help like whatever doors I can open for them. You know what I'm saying? Because we need more of that. Because our time is here, but our time is kind of past. We gotta just open doors and let the youth in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not gonna hurt you to help them to open the doors, let them in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's a lot of artists that I'm just like gotta hit me up for advice, you know, and I try to advise them as much as possible, give them, you know, direction, you know, things like that. So yeah, it's just an endless thing that's going on.
And I think that's very, very important that we always go back and nurture and develop our youth.
Yeah,
That's the only way that we can continue to grow. Because my father was community activist, and that was his main thing. He's like, you old people, y'all cool, y'all set, y'all got your 401k and all that. But if we don't give back to the youth and get back to the youth, it dies.
yeah, that's that's kind of why we're in kind of some of the state we're in now. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like we need more of the OGs to kind of pass the baton. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because I felt like it went on up until a point where it ceased. You know what I mean? And if more of the OGs can kind of, don't just shut down the up and coming artists because their music is different, but kind of guide them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Help them find themselves. They're trying to identify and find their identity. You know what I mean? And by
yeah.
just like slapping them to the side, it's kind of like why 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 wouldn't they let the labels come in and just dictate what they do, or dictate who they're gonna be, or
Yeah.
dictate what the culture is? You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's why they're gonna go with that. Like, well, hell, you don't want to deal with me, but they're teaching me, they're taking care of me, they're giving me money, but they don't realize what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to my man Al Scratch. He done hopped in here with us. And plus,
God's blessing.
it's just so important because if the OGs give these kids life lessons,
Hmm.
can transpire through their music, and you know what I'm saying, and we keep this thing moving the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
And, and
yeah,
I think life lessons. I think sometimes a lot of OGs they kind of get caught up in the certain things and fail to realize it's bigger than music. You know what I'm saying? You got be like how it used to be at the playground. You know, the OGs. Hey, all right, shorty. You know, chill out. You're doing too much. Tell your mama, calm down.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that I think that's dope, man. That you had that in your heart, and you're very passionate. I can tell you're very passionate about it. And ain't too many real ones left, my brother. I salute you for that alone. You know what I'm saying? That to hell with the music. Just being a man and giving a damn about the community is huge. You can't put a dollar on that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Like, the music I'ma do. I'ma do the music regardless, whether people listening or not. I don't care. I don't get caught up in that whole thing. At one time, yeah, I did. Like, oh, numbers and but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, you know, I put it out there, promote it, market it, whatever, let it do what it's gonna do. Whatever is destined to happen is gonna happen. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable if someone doesn't like, if somebody said I don't like the music, I'm comfortable. Like, all right, but somebody else does. Cool.
Yeah,
That's your opinion. Now for me, I look at it like this, like, you know, if my story can kind of serve as a testimony that to the next runners up, like, yo, well, he did it without compromising. You know what I'm saying? He did it without compromising. You know what I mean? And so he got to know something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's like they'll see that. You know what I mean? And I'm not a person, like I said, on social media. If someone follows me, they got their limits on social media. On here, on Instagram, at a certain amount, you can't follow nobody else. You know what I mean? Which is weird. But
yeah,
if somebody DMs me, yo, what's good? I'll reach back. Oh, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm up and coming on. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, word. All right, boom, boom, boom. What you got going on? Let me check out some of your stuff. Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because that's how we pay it forward, man. It's you got to be comfortable with what you're doing and not feel threatened by helping somebody. Like that's just crazy to me.
Right. Spread love.
Spread love. Spread love.
do
That's it.
do you have any closing statements before we get out of here, my brother?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? One is I appreciate you, brother, for, reaching out, having me on here. You know what I'm saying? I've been following your platform for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you're doing. You know what I mean? Um, as far as closing statements, like I said, for anybody out there that's whatever it is you're trying to achieve, man, be great at it. Just be you. work hard, be consistent. Like I said, you don't, whatever work you put in, it's going to come back at some point. It might not come back tomorrow and the next day, the next year, but at some point, you're going to reap the benefits. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody works hard and nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go to work. If you go to your job and work all day, you're not going to not get a paycheck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just, you know what I mean? Do that. Stay humble, stay focused, stay consistent, and be great, man. That's my motto. Be great.
There it is. See, the great said, "Be great, man." I want to thank you for so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reach out to you as a brother, as a friend, vice versa. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mickey Fax. He just tapped in.
Mick,
And,
what's good?
and once again, man, I gotta thank Samantha, man. She's amazing. You have hell of a team. Samantha doing her goddamn thing.
Yeah. She work hard, man. Strong arm management. You know what I mean?
There it is. All right, man. Get you some rest. Handle your business, and we'll chop it up another time.
Indeed, brother. You stay strong, man. I'm here.
All
Holler at
right.
me anytime.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace, King.
Peace, gang.